Hello everybody and welcome back to Business Guide. 3 million mile batteries will make trillions. Introduction. When Tesla's new battery was officially unveiled, many people were not shocked by the results. The most pressing question being, what is the lifetime of Tesla's new battery? Well, we still haven't gotten any updates on the lifetime of Tesla's new battery. Tesla's battery research partner Jeff Don has hinted that Tesla's new Roadrunner cell has a staggering lifetime. Not only that, but Don also unveiled the results of his new battery that's lifetime of at least 3.25 million miles. Let us see the results of Jeff Don's laboratory test results of his new batteries and explain why these results will change everything we know about cars forever. Solid state breakthrough, non-existent. Many of us have heard of the new battery breakthroughs that will chronicle revolutionize the world. For years, we have been told that the solid-state batteries would dominate the next century, only to be met with no results. These battery research companies always have charts that compare lithium-ion batteries to their own chemistry, yet if we take a closer look at these charts, they never state the potential of lithium-ion batteries by a large margin. For example, let us take a research that is looking to create solid-state batteries. A company purposely understands the potential of lithium-ion by at least 1/3. Lithium-ion batteries have the potential to reach 400 watt-hours per kilograms, but it is stated as 300 watt-hours per kilograms on the charts. Charts like these make people skeptical of the innovation of lithium-ion batteries, but Jeff Don has shut down these claims recently with his new findings. Tesla's million-mile battery rumor. When Jeff Don and his team revealed their lab results that hinted at a million-mile battery, the internet went crazy. A million-mile battery would open up many opportunities for actually making money with our cars, such as robot access and vehicles to grid technology. To put into reference how large of a distance a million miles is, Tesla's current batteries last around 300,000 to 500,000 miles, so a million miles will mean an increase of over 100%. After 3 years of testing, Don found out his cells actually had a lifetime of over 2 million miles. More specifically, Don's battery had about 3.5 million kilometers in lifetime, which is equivalent to 2.17 million miles. Don quoted, "All of these show no evidence of failure at all after 3 years and 10,000 cycles, so you know it's pretty incredible. A well-designed lithium-ion cell can work like a charm for a very long time." Either we believe it or not, more data has shown that Don's battery could last over 3.25 million miles in its worst-case scenario. What is the worst-case scenario, one may ask? If one has an electric vehicle that one will be told is not allowed the battery on going over a certain percentage, for example, they might tell you to avoid letting the battery go below 20% capacity and also avoid letting it go above 80% capacity. This isn't to say that the battery can't go from 0 to 100, but the lifetime will be a lot less if we charge our vehicle from 0 to 100 and then 100 to 0 many times. Going from 0 to 100 and then back to 0 again is a worst case scenario for a battery. The lifetime will be significantly shorter. This is what will be called 100% of discharge, also known as 100% DOD. Don tested his battery over 20,000 cycles with 100 depth of discharge and found out that his battery could last 15,000 cycles and still have roughly 90% of its capacity. If we multiply 15,000 with its estimate of the driving range, 270 miles, and we get 3.25 million miles. Yes, even with the worst case scenario, Don's battery would be able to last 3.25 million miles. Not only that, but he has also found out what was that when you use 25% of the battery per day, then the battery could literally last tens of millions of miles. Most of us only use a small portion of the range provided by an EV for everyday commuting, so this is actually a realistic scenario, as stated by Don himself. If you're doing these short-range trips, 25% depth of discharge, look at this, there is absolutely no loss. 2.5 million years, 15,000 cycles. So if well-designed lithium batteries are used in vehicles, the lifetime vehicles is going to be incredibly long. Now that we know that Don's new battery can last for literally tens of millions of miles, we can open up our minds to the types of use of these batteries. Tesla's lifetime loader disruption. With such a high lifetime, Tesla's new battery has plenty of uses both for making money and also revolutionizing transport. Don separated the uses into 4 key categories. 1. Vehicle-to-grid technology. 2. Grid energy storage. 3. Multi-usage batteries. 4. Ideal applications. Vehicle-to-grid technology. Technology, typically when you think of cars, what usually comes to mind is that cars are depreciating assets unless you are buying a collector's car or a small minority of used vehicles. Chances are that you are going to lose money when you purchase a car. Tesla is about to change that with the vehicle-to-grid technology, which will actually be able to sell energy to utility grids and make money. How this will work is that you will charge your vehicle at work, and when you come back home, you'll be able to sell that energy. Tesla's autonomous software will then discharge your battery just at the point where you can go back to work. So for a typical routine, you wake up and drive to work, then assuming your workplace has a charger, you can plug your EV into having a charge up. When you're work and you drive back home and you plug your EV into your house charger, and instead of using your house charger for charging your EV, it will actually discharge your EV. While discharging, you're actually selling your energy to utility grids. Energy prices are much higher at this time than it is while you're at work. After all, everyone's charging their EV, watching TV, and etc. You'll be able to take advantage of this price difference and make money. Tesla's autonomous software will be able to sell just the amount of energy until your battery has enough energy to drive to work. That way you can drive to work, charge your EV, and repeat this cycle over again. Usually vehicles, though, it doesn't make much sense economically because your battery will degrade and eventually die off. With a higher lifetime, you can constantly buy and sell energy, never have to worry about your battery degrading. Jeff Don explains that this is a special idea with electric school buses. A good example is a school bus. Like, in the morning, the school bus is going to gather up the kids, take them to school, and then it is parked when the sun is shining in the middle of the day. It should be charged right at that point, and then when it's the afternoon, the school bus takes the kids home, and then during the night time, it can be discharged into the grid. At the time of the day that Lucas was talking about when everyone's coming home, plugging in there, making dinner, turning on lights, running a TV. All these school buses can be discharging just to the level where they have enough electricity to make the first morning drive again. Grid energy storage disruption. The next potential use for this battery is grid energy storage. The potential here is absolutely massive. Enormous companies can literally be made out of this potential. Essentially, Don is proposing a great energy storage plan where one will be able to lease out energy storage utility companies. Tesla currently has a power wall where one will be able to store extra energy from solar panels and potentially use it at night. With grid energy storage, one can avoid getting a Tesla power wall and instead use grid energy storage, which will be able to lease out that storage for you to use. From the utility company's perspective, this makes a lot of sense for high lifetime batteries. A person will be able to lease out energy, practically no battery degradation, and once a person has hit the point where one has made her money back, it's practically free money from there. The data that I showed you earlier showed no sign of degradation over 10,000 cycles, so how long will these cells last? I don't know the answer. And if the grid energy business, a lot of the models today are, you sell the energy system to an energy provider. You make money one time when you sell this, but you take an alternative approach and say, listen, I'm selling this advice, I'm going to lease it at a fairly low cost, says Don. Now, with the car that can last for such a long period of time, the battery will definitely outlast the exterior of the car. There's been a lot of criticism of batteries because after all, when the batteries are all used, are you going to put them? This is an issue that will be solved with Tesla's new battery. Many approach this issue by recycling batteries for other use. With a longer lifetime, there is no time, there is lifetime, there is no time, there is no longer lifetime, there is no time, there is lifetime, there is no time, there is no need to do this. Instead, you can purchase one battery and use that battery for multiple vehicles. This will drastically decrease the cost to purchase future EVs and incentivize EV owners to stay electric. Lastly, ideal applications will be changed forever with the use of Tesla battery. By this statement, what is meant is electric boats and aircrafts. You may think that such technology is many years away, but it's actually already here. In fact, a company named Eco Sightseeing has already announced that they will be using Tesla's batteries to power passenger boats. Using 2 Tesla models as battery packs, Eco Sightseeing claims that their boat will actually be able to cruise for 14 hours straight before needing to be recharged. You won't have to smell that disgusting diesel fuel or hear the loud sounds that comes from the motor. With batteries, you can have a quiet and clean smelling ride while going at a fast speed. Don explains the potential applications of Tesla's new battery for high cycle intensive travel, saying a ferry that they run between Sweden and Denmark. It's about a half an hour journey, a little bit less. It makes 46 trips per day, so that's 46 charge-discharge cycles per day. It turns out in 3 years, there is about 1,000 days, so that's 46,000 cycles in 3 cycles. In 46,000 cycles in 46,000 cycles in 3 days, so that 46,000 cycles in 3 cycles in 46,000 cycles in 46,000 cycles in 3 years. So some of these applications, you need incredibly long cycle life lithium-ion. As Don explains, Tesla's high cycle lithium-ion batteries unlock this gigantic opportunity for short distance ferries. This makes a lot of sense for the ferry company. Batteries are much cheaper and quieter than traditional gasoline engines. Overall, it's exciting to see Tesla's development of a multi-million mile battery as it unlocks the vast opportunities to disrupt energy storage and travel.